welcome to the 1-year grand finale night driving experience with Toyota Vitz 1-liter XR. From the last video, as we were at threeroundavels, we decided to continue driving going back to Limpopo. We entered this Blyde Canyon petrol station to fill up our car as we were already under half tank. After we didn't waste our time, we just continued driving. We are talking about another 6 hour, 431 kilometers drive. It's fun to drive this car, but driving at night is not one of my favorite driving experience. But we decided to give you this night driving experience and how this halogen light works with those problems. On the sunset, this doesn't look very well with those fog lamps and headlights. They look yellowish as it's almost the sunset. But when time goes on, they become bluish or they become normal as it's become pitch black. It is always amazing and good to drive on a national road as they always clean and they are drivable, and great experience to drive on this road. I always enjoy driving on these national roads as they always be clean. One thing that I can say about night driving experience, when it comes to this other driver and their own headlamps, they used to switch off high beam when it's already late or it's already damaged your eyes. So I plead and please tell everyone who is watching that whenever you're driving, if you see a car very far, just make sure that you switch from a high beam to a low beam for the sake of yourself and your safety, because when you blind other driver and they can't see, it's always put you on the danger of an accident. We kept on driving and driving and driving. It was very fun to drive as there were no many traffic on these roads. It was very easy, but at night when there's no traffic, some people used to turn or they used to drive so much faster to a point where sometimes it's risky and it can involve yourself in an accident. After all, it was really good to drive on this road, even though we had almost 431 kilometers to drive and 6 hour drive, which means probably it took us a long to arrive at our destination as we arrived around 11 to 12. As it's already pitch black, this is how the headlights looks, and this is how beautiful you can drive this car with halogen light. Always it's not that really good to use halogen light, but because we are driving a small budget hatchback, it is very useful and you just have to get used to them. From Mpumalanga to Limpopo, we are coming from a highest point going down straight to Limpopo. It's really good, but as we are going down, it was a scary moment to drive, but after all, these roads are probably with a lot of curves and it looks like a Mahobas Kloof road. It's curvy and it's like a snake road. Before the JG Strydom Tunnel, that's where you will experience this snake road and it's fun to drive. I really thought or think about driving on this road during the day and how landscaping and beautiful it is to drive going down the mountain. It's just pitch black, but here we arrived at JG Strydom Tunnel and it was really nice to drive on this place. It's just that we didn't saw a lot as it was at night. Probably we are still going back to Mpumalanga because we didn't drive on this road on a daylight. So I think each and everyone on my channel, you deserve to see these roads and JG Strydom Tunnel during the day and how beautiful and nice it is to drive in this road. From there we keep on pushing and cooking. Unfortunately, what you are seeing here, it's a tipper, a truck, a tipper which ran over 3 goats on the road. It was a sad moment to see that the guy just ran on those and never stopped, just keep on driving. This is what you really get when you're driving from JG Strydom Tunnel going straight to Phalaborwa or Tzaneen. There is a lot of animals on the road during the night. The cows, the donkeys, the goats. This is probably normal to see on the road. And if you are driving over 120 km/h, probably you will never stop and you are going to run on them. Lucky enough, I went on the side of the road checking the maps because there was no network on this place. So I took maybe 2 minutes on the side of the road checking the maps, trying to reroute and get the exact road to Thohoyandou or to Venda, which makes that truck pass us and we follow it from the back, and this is happened. I thought, even what if that happened on this small car, it was going to cause a lot of damage, but probably there's a lot of potholes on this road, which makes me to drive less than 80 km/h on this road because there was a lot of potholes. 80 was my maximum and the lowest was 50 and 40 km/h. From there, I was very driving with caution and driving with alert, because these roads are not that really good. There is a lot of potholes, as this is a municipal road. So I keep on cooking until I find this national road, which was very easy, and I was pushing on this one because there's no animals around. I was pushing with 120 km/h, as this is the speed limit. Some people were even passing me with 140, 160, 180. There was a car that passed me over 180 km/h, and I know that this is not 120, this is not 140, this is not 160. It has to be 180 and going upwards. Driving at night, it makes people to relax and drive recklessly, because there is no those traffic cops on the road. They drive the way they want. They drive the way they think is the best for them. Most of the time, these people, they speed a lot. I have had a lot of cars that has been involved in a crash, in an accident, and they burn out. How does that happen? How or which speed was that car traveling at? You can find that people are pushing their cars to 140, 160, 180, and even 230 km/h. It's possible. These people at night, they are driving so fast. So to all drivers, I can tell you that driving at night is not really a good idea. It has to be something emergency, or when you don't have a choice. If you had a choice, please drive on a daylight. Driving at night using the headlamps, using those high beams and low beams, and blinding other drivers, it can involve in an accident. Imagine someone is driving with 180 km/h and they are using a high beam. They are not even taking or changing to the low beam when they are seeing other driver. What if I blind someone or blind a different driver, which can cause that person to not see exactly where to drive and end up on the other side of the road? It can cause a serious accident. To be honest with you guys, when it comes to accident, if your car is not really going to be written off, or it involved in an accident in a way that the insurance, when they come, they can put that computer under your OBD. On those new cars that we are driving today, which use computer box, normally there's no way to run away, because the computer box is the master, or is the brain of the car, which will always tell how much speed were you driving driving and how many minutes it took for you to engage your brakes, or how long did it take for you to brake. So normally when it comes to this information, there's no way to run. You are just going to involve in an accident, and normally this insurance won't pay you, as you will be invading or you will have broken the law of driving over speed limit. On the serious note, guys, drive carefully on the road and drive with caution, and think of another driver, or always be someone who is willing to let things go, because most of the people on the road, I feel like most of this accident that happens, people are used to be arrogant. They used to be someone who doesn't care at all, and they don't really imagine or think about that accident, it can also cost their life. It's possible that you can do things that you think it will never affect you, and you find that the driver is getting out of his way because of what you're doing, and end up on your way, which can cause a serious accident. So let me tell you about the fuel consumption of driving at night. I was driving with aircon on, but at some point I used to switch it off, which means with this car going down from Mpumalanga to Limpopo, it was sitting on an average fuel consumption of 4.2 and 4.1 liter per 100 kilometer, because I was not driving that fast and I was driving down from the mountain. All people who are coming from this place that you are seeing on the screen, please tell us where is exactly this place, because I didn't even read any places. If it was at night, I was just following the map on Apple CarPlay using the Apple Maps. I was not really using or checking the names of the places. This place is full of animals. How do you guys drive at night? And tell us on the comment below how many accidents happen on this road, because I thought this is one of the places that have a lot of accidents. There's a lot of animals. Sometimes when you're driving, you will find those animals like donkeys and cows along the road. Not really on the road. I only find one group of these donkeys on the road, and these ones, they are arrogant. They don't get out of the road. You will have to brake. This is where I felt like I'm already at home when I arrived at Giyani. And I went to the gas station and buy some water because I was already tired and I was just getting out of the car just to relax and just for taking a smaller break, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes out of the car and going to buy water and come back and continue. Here we arrived back at Thohoyandou where we started this trip. It was around 11 o'clock or around to 11 o'clock. We know that at this time at the restaurant of the hotel that you're going to sleep at, they already closed. So we passed through McDonald's and buy some food and go straight to the hotel. This is our last destination, which is called Premier Hotel Thohoyandou. This was our last checkpoint where we slept and rest for the night. To be honest, this is one of the best looking hotel around Thohoyandou. It's one of the best and it's modern as it's open this year around June around June. This is one of the nice place with a good service and everything else is still new. They still work perfectly and their service are really good. They give an excellent service. This is it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment and support local YouTube. Take care. I will see you next time. Drive safe.